Hi, my name's Christopher P. Sloan, and I'd like to talk to you about my Extinction series. I started a series of paintings in 2020 that were meant to raise awareness of the ongoing biological crisis in nature, which some are calling the sixth mass extinction. We're losing so many animals that some scientists predict that by 2100 we might have 50% fewer species on the planet than we have today. So it's a really big crisis, and one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it is I do love wildlife. I've always been an animal person, but there's also a human issue here, which is that when you talk about a mass extinction, you're talking about a biological holocaust. And when I was at National Geographic as the art director and paleontology editor, I learned a lot about the past mass extinctions. These things were huge. 70% of the life on the planet gone, 90% of the life in the oceans gone, dinosaurs gone. We don't know yet whether this is a mass extinction that we're in yet or not, but it's certainly on a scale that that threatens to be at that level. But it's the rapidity that is worrying a lot of people. These past mass extinctions took thousands, even millions of years to play out. What we're seeing now is, it's happening within, decades or spans of hundreds of years. So anyway, it's a big concern, and of course the real problem is that when you upset the world's ecosystems, there's ecological collapse, and as I said, biological holocaust is a result, and that means trouble for humans because we just had a lot of difficulty, controlling a potent flu virus. What if there was a bunch of other deadly stuff out there that we'd never seen before, and several at a time? Our ability to deal with it might very well be maxed out, and that's a virus that's affecting humans. What if viruses like the ones that jump from wildlife to pigs and poultry were to get out of control? You know that most of the mammalian biomass on this planet is domestic livestock. I think it's something like if you took non-human mammals and compared, in other words, livestock, and compared that to the biomass of wildlife, it's something like 93% livestock to 7% wildlife. That's just a shocking amount. So just imagine if that 93% got some disease. What happens to the world's food supply? So that's just an example of how we can't fool around with this ecological crisis, and obviously it's connected to climate change because it's not just about the animals. In the end, it's about us. It's about the planet. It's about our survivability. And that's actually why I'm holding this skull, because I wanted to remind people of how this is a human problem. Like, if you don't care about animals, fine, but everybody cares about humans, and this is how we're going to end up. We're going to end up like this extinct species here if we don't do something about it. So let me talk a little bit about the paintings I did. Right here is one of them. This is a Javan rhinoceros, and the series of extinction paintings all had to do with animals that were in a highly endangered status, usually on the critical list. Javan rhinoceroses like that, their numbers are down to the tens or hundreds, or just not very many of them at all. And you can see two things here. I've taken two images and I've sort of distorted them, melted them together, kind of like one of those double-headed lambs or something. It's supposed to be disturbing, and it's not supposed to be disturbing because the animals are ugly or something like that. The distortion is supposed to be a metaphor for how something's really wrong with nature. So that's what I'm getting at here. And if you look closely at the eyes, all the animals in this series are looking right at us, because I want people to engage with the fact that, like, the world is looking at us, the animals are looking at us. We're the ones who need to do something about this crisis. The animals can't do anything. We're the ones causing the crisis.